My grandpa was a hard-working man. He loved his farm. It was his whole life. When I spent my holidays with him, he would let me help with all the work in the fields. At that time, I didn't realize that he was slowly inspiring me with his passion. The years passed, and I saw my grandpa less and less. I wanted to get away and go to the countryside as often as I could. Unfortunately, my dad was opposed to it. He thought that agriculture had no future, and that I'd only waste my time. And so my grandpa died before a decent successor stepped in. He left an open will and a debt-ridden farm. It seems that nobody wants to leave their urban comforts behind. I'm the only person who wants to save my family heritage. I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but in my heart, I'm sure I can do it. I have no doubt I'll be getting my hands dirty at the beginning. There's no time to waste. Let's get to work.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Lovin' Mama 24/7 and today we are playing Pure Farming 2018. I'm going to be doing a series of videos that are like tutorials, just of the storyline, like the actual, it's called My First Farm, I think is a storyline. Because you saw the stories about the grandpa, you get the farm and all his debt, and you work it. So that's what we're going to be playing today, and it's going to be just a little bit of a tutorial of just the first part, when you first get in, and just the beginning basic stuff. Okay, so right here we have the welcome to the farm screen. It says read emails on the tablet. So it's going to be the first thing we're going to do. We got like a few emails coming in. We have this beginnings email. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on the screen for a little while so you guys can read it yourself. Basically, Chris is just letting us know that, you know, he's the administrator to our farms and they're going to help us run things as we get started on our farm. It also shows you down here how to navigate through the tablet screens of, you know, how to accept, how to go back. I am playing on a PlayStation 5, a PS5. So these are the buttons to the PlayStation controller. We also have information on where to find the encyclopedia and the functionalities and statistics and all that good stuff. We'll get moving on to the movement email. So this one just talks about how you move around, walking, running, looking around. The basic stuff. And then the next one is about the bank loan, which is where I told you that our grandfather has us in debt for $275,000. It's a loan that he's paying at $2,750 a payment, in which you can pay at any time, it says here. And then of course you can get more loans if you believe it necessary. Now, something that the game does not tell you about the bank loans is if you get your own bank loan, you go to the bank and you get a bank loan from them, the payment is paid daily. So every day that you go forward or passes by, every day at midnight, you will have to pay the loan. So just something you should know if you're going to get a loan through the bank or you're thinking about it. Just know that that payment's going to come out every night. And then I'm just going to show you some of the other screens the tablet has here. You've got your statistics screen, which talks about your fields, your greenhouse, your orchards, your animals. Once you start selling stuff, you'll start to see that information fill in there. So it's just the screens. This one shows you your economy, so how your farm is actually doing once you start selling cows and potatoes and all kinds of crops. And then this is the renewable energy section, which talks about, you know, when you buy solar panels or windmills, how much profit you're making off of those daily, monthly, and then yearly. All right, so the next section is the functionality section. And so this basically tells you your active tasks, the things you should be doing now, your player status, so like the buildings you own, your vehicles you own, your devices that you own, like everything that you own for your farm is under this section. The next tab, the player progression path, shows you what your current level is and how many vehicles you've unlocked and devices and stuff like that. The next section, which is the travel section, shows you the places you can travel to and the stuff you can take. And the rest of the tabs, I guess, we'll fill in as we start playing. And then this is the encyclopedia. So this is where it gives you information on how to run the field and how to work things and stuff like that. So we can look at that as we go on later. But I guess the first thing we're going to do is take a look around at my house. Nice little seating area here. Too bad you can't sit down though. I really wish you could, because I'd be relaxing by that fireplace over there. But I guess that's why, because they want me to work, right? Okay, so there's a little kitchen that we can't use either. It's really cute. It's nice that they went ahead and, decorated the house and stuff. Made it where you can walk around. You can't go in any of the doors or anything, so oh well. But I guess we'll head out. We'll go outside, it says. Now, let's start with the basics. So we're going to go to the indicated location. So that should be marked on the map. There's an email here. Let's check it out. So this talks about the navigation and how you navigate using the little mini map on the bottom left. So it tells you can look at that to see, where your next place is to go and all that. Okay, let's take a minute to look at the screen and where the things are placed. So on the bottom left, right there is where the mini map is. On the top left is where your tasks are located. And underneath that in the middle is where you'll find the other control options. We can look more into the control options later. Let's go to our destination, which is right over here. Okay, so now it says find the potato storehouse number 1. So let's read the email. Map. It says here, basically it tells you how you can use your map and mark the locations yourself, like where you want to go. There's a location on the map you want to go to. You can mark it using the triangle to make like a waypoint. So I guess we'll go ahead and do that and set up a waypoint for us to go to the potato storehouse number 1. Okay, so here's the map, but bigger. The red triangle is us, but let's read this email real quick. Navigation map. So basically it shows us how we can kind of look around the big map using the left joystick and zooming in with the up and down on the D-pad. And then we can teleport to our shed, it says. So let's go back to the big map. So the red triangle, or the red triangle arrow thing is us. So if I push L1 on my controller, it brings out the searching menu where you can search for different places and it'll show you where on the map they are. So we're going to potato storehouse number 1. And I'm going to push triangle to mark it with that little yellow thing. So now you can see that yellow diamond or square. That's where we're going. That's a mark that we've marked. So we'll head in that direction. Okay, I can't go that way. I gotta go this way. Run, run! Okay, we are here. Okay, it says we received a new email. Let's check it out. You're here! We're here! Okay, so just saying that we got here. Congratulations. Now they want us to go back to the shed located in the front of the farmhouse. So let's go check out this equipment in the front. Okay, so let's take a look at the tablet screen real quick. So as you can see, we have the time. It's 11:20 a.m. It's day 1. It's 68 degrees, the temperature. We have 50,000 in USD, which is, I guess, United States dollars. And we are at 50 XP. Below that, we have sapphires collected, number of machines, number of fields, number of windmills, and number of greenhouses that we own. Then below that, you can find your 7-day weather forecast. And lastly, on the very top, you can find your current level that you are as a player. Let's go ahead and get to the shed here. Okay, we've reached the shed. Now it says let's check the emails. We have 2 of them. Sheds. This one tells us about the sheds and how we can store our machines here, and how we can find them, via the tablet and the map and drones later when we get those. We can also buy some of these other sheds in other places that are all over the map. This one is currently ours. Well, yeah, it's ours. We don't have to buy this one. Next is the email on wear and tear vehicles. So this lets us know that our vehicles can get wear and tear, and that we should probably take it to the workshop to get checked and diagnosed and fixed. So it talked about our grandfather left us a tractor, but we should probably check it out, make sure things are okay with it. At least make sure that things are good before you start doing a big job, because then it could break in the middle of your big job. Let's get into the tractor. This is a nice tractor that our grandfather left us. Okay, as we can see, we do have a lot of things we got to fix on here. It said wheels, suspension, rear lift, drive system. Let's look at the email here, driving vehicles. This tells us how we drive a vehicle, how to accelerate, brake, turn. And then you can also change the camera zoom using the up and down on the D-pad. I personally like that feature because I don't like to be way up close to the back of the trailer. So I will back mine up as far as it will let me go. Not a very up close first person type of person. Right, so let's get into the workshop here. Let's see what the email says. Okay, it says the mechanic's computer. So this tells us how we use the inspection and repair area of this workshop. It tells us how we can run the diagnostics and check what needs to be repaired and select what needs to be repaired. So let's go ahead and okay, let's get into the diagnostics here. So as you can see, another email. Let me check it real quick. Use the mechanic's computer. So this shows us how we use a mechanic's computer, how we go ahead and start the diagnostics and look through the menus. Same as like the tablet and all that. You look through the menus the same way because you're basically going to be using the tablet. So let's go ahead and let's see, the vehicle is parked. It can't have any devices attached. So that's good. I don't have any devices attached to it, but it is parked on the little thingy. So let's check it out. So we did have a lot of repairs. It looks like the entire state of it is pretty bad. The engine's at 80, which isn't bad, but the drive system's at 55, wheels at 60. So let's just do an overall repair. Let's repair the whole thing, get it all done, make sure everything is good. So now we got 2 emails. So this tells us about having regular inspection, so checking our tractors regularly, all our machines regularly, that they're fixed properly, so that way they don't use up more gas and are harder to steer and are slower. Because I will tell you, if your tractor is already needing to be fixed again, you'll feel it like run slower and start shaking. So this basically tells you to keep checking on it here in the workshop and just make sure that you are repairing it. And then the head to head with machine email talks about how we learned how to drive it, and now we know how to take care of it. So let's get into the cropping and the farming of it all. So I guess the next part of this is going to be the actual first jobs of the farm. So I'll probably end this video here because I wanted this one just to be like getting started and just like the basic where everything is. So I will be back with another video on the next steps on actually starting the farm. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments on what you'd like to see on this game, leave it in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next time.